Wow, it's the Don Miller Show. Oh, what a way. Thank you so much, everybody. Tuesday night, the Don Miller Show, drinking and judging with Real Rap Kane. Phil, what up, baby boy?
Hey, happy hurricane.
Oh, man. So we live down here in Florida, and they say it's a hurricane on the way over here. It'll be here directly, as my grandma used to say. And so all you fools who didn't, it's embarrassing. All you fools out here, just let me tell you what I did today. I want to say this, and I want everybody to think about this before we go into this conversation, right? I went to the gas station in the hood, and there was nobody there. I went to the grocery store in the hood grocery store, and there was nobody there, right? Mm-hmm. Do people understand what that means? If not, I want to get back to it at some point. I went to the gas station. I left my neighborhood, our neighborhood, Jay, where they were fighting in the gas station. All white people. These are all Caucasians. Caucasians needing gas, right? Yeah. The Caucasians was fighting in the gas station, and go to the hood, ain't nobody at the gas station.
Yeah.
But Muhammad. You know what I mean? And what are we doing?
But it's a couple different reasons for that, though.
Go ahead, man.
I mean, one of the reasons, they made sure they had a sack in the crib before they had gas.
But we ain't scared of being scared no more. You know what I mean?
They made sure they had their alcohol and their marijuana with their drug of choice. They made they snacks. They made sure they had all that.
So I want to talk about a couple of things today. One of the things I want to hit, first of all, subscribe and like. YouTube, The Don Miller Show, subscribe and like. Head over to YouTube, Real Rap Kane. What is it? That's it, right?
Yeah.
Real Rap Kane on YouTube. Follow the podcast doctor. Listen, this is going to be so much fun today. Hey, LaTanya, how are you? Thank you so much for listening. Subscribe and like. Share this. Please share with your friends. Please. We are out of the gate. This is our 6th or 7th episode.
8th.
And this is our 8th episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang.
See, I don't even know. I'm going so fast.
If you on here though, if you watching this, it's not going to break your finger to like it, to subscribe,
2
to
seconds.
comment. Like you can interact. I'm telling you, it gives us fuel when you interact with us.
So listen, also we're going to put the number up. We don't want to take a lot of calls today, but we're going to take a couple, but got a lot to talk about. If you saw the post in the beginning, hey Barbara, if you saw the post in the beginning, I mentioned should actress Nia Long, longtime actress Nia Long, and so many of us have enjoyed her work, break up with her longtime baby daddy, fiance, Coach Udoka, right? And I put this out because people are still wanting to talk about this, right?
Yeah.
And I think we're going to spend a little time on it. But I also want to spend some time. Hey, Kenny.
Still City.
I also want to spend some time, watch this, guys, on the fact that the media, the mainstream media, has did a look away on Brett Favre. Brett Favre is in a heck of a lot of trouble right now.
Magic,
a hell of a lot of trouble right now. Brett Favre, longtime quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, native of the great state of Mississippi, the poorest state in America, just had a giant welfare scam run on him, and many people, including the Department of Justice, is putting Mr. Favre in the mix in this, right? Yeah. So Brett Favre, who made a lot of money, a shit ton of money, as a great quarterback, let's be clear, he's a hell of a quarterback, is now involved in some thievery, some shenanigans in the poorest state in America, and the media is taking a look away from it. I want to come back to that in the second half of the show. I want to spend some real time on that because I want people to understand what we should be paying attention to, we're not. And there's a bigger point in the conversation about Brett Favre that I think a lot of people are missing. And I'm going to put that point out right here on Drinking and Judging with Don and Jay. Listen, let me just say this. Let's go back to Nia Long and her Nigerian boyfriend, right? Let me just say this, right? I think there's a cultural conversation and there's a guy conversation. There's a man conversation. It's a bunch of conversations on this whole Nia Long as the story comes out more and more.
Yeah.
The lady that Coach was engaged with seems to have had a major role in the organizations or involved in Coach's and Nia's life as it relates to planning travel and that type of stuff.
She sounds like an admin assistant or something.
There also some background that I'm getting from some really high up sources that this lady was attached to somebody who had a bunch of juice as well.
Nah, that's what I figured though.
Okay. And so and so I'm getting some really interesting information. Of course, those who know me know I was around basketball most of my life, professional basketball for a very long time.
You was playing 2K?
2K. Yep.
Oh, okay.
And I want to talk about this because I want to ask the question, right? This is why I want to talk about this, right?
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Yolanda. Yolanda just asked a question, and I'm gonna get that question. See if you can get that question, Phil. You can just you're on the stream, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yolanda says, did Dwayne Wade, formerly the Miami Heat, leave his girlfriend?
Did Gabby leave D Wade?
No, and did Rashida? I don't know who that is.
Kirk, I
I don't even know who Rashida and Kirk.
Love and Hip Hop.
Okay, see again.
Come on,
right?
man. That's
come
a
on.
bunch of foolishness.
First of all,
man.
Yolanda, why are you even watching that? Okay, but the point is this, right? I think this is more to this. This is bigger than this, right? And I think that the conversation about the cheating baby daddy, longtime fiance, is more to do with pushing the conversation in a certain direction.
Yeah,
right?
I agree with that.
I give two shits if this goofball cheated on Nia Long, right?
I
Okay.
concur.
Okay, I give two shits, right? If Nia Long thinks it's a good idea to stay with a guy for this long, then maybe he and Nia had a deal going and he violated a deal, right? The fact of the matter is, I give two shits, right? They didn't take nothing from anybody, right? They took something from their relationship, okay?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
he
yeah.
took something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to figure out why there's more press on Nia Long and the cheating boyfriend than on this white boy in Mississippi who stole all this money or allegedly stole all this money.
Oh,
But I
that's simple
think I
mathematics.
understand, right?
That's simple
And I think I understand because in America today, right, what I'm seeing, guys, I want y'all to listen attentively today. It's going to be a teachable moment, right? White folk don't even know who Brett Farve is, but he white. Brett Favre is probably the lowest level redneck piece of shit Mississippian that you could get. Let's be clear, right? My favorite quarterback. I'm going to put that out here right now. My absolute favorite quarterback.
Yeah.
Okay? But a low level redneck guy.
Yeah.
You follow me? Go read about his sister Brandy, who went to prison on crack cocaine. And Brett was, in 97, was addicted to Vicodin. And go look at the troubles of these. See, the problem is, right? There are white people supporting Brett who don't even know who he is, but they know he was white.
They knew he was white. Yeah. He supposed to be somebody.
You follow me?
D-Wash. He
Brett
supposed to be
Favre
somebody.
comes from raggedy shit.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
He comes from poor white trash,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So let me just say this to the media. I want to get out of the gate on this, right? And we go intertwine these conversations, right? Brett Favre's a piece of trash, right? That's where he's come from. But Brett Favre comes from the same dilapidated ass environment that many of these black athletes that you pummel in the media, right? But they don't know who Brett Favre is, right?
Yeah.
You don't know that Brett Favre had crackheads in his family.
Well, he's from the trailer park.
But they didn't cover that,
Yeah, he's
right?
from the trailer
They
park.
covered his ability to run and throw the ball.
Well, not run,
But
throw the
every
ball.
time, right, throw the ball. But every time, any of these black guys, every
Yeah.
time, any of them
Yeah.
get in trouble with a DUI or speed
Front
or
page news.
pushing the girlfriend down the stairs, right?
Yeah.
This dude allegedly done stole a gang of money from the poorest people in the shithole state.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
But they don't know who he is.
And they're going to try to cover it up.
They
for
don't
him.
know who he is, right?
Yeah.
But he doesn't look like the football player who got a DUI. He doesn't look like the basketball player caught with the marijuana. He doesn't look like the guy who pushed the lady down.
Yeah.
He is Brett Favre, who played in a city, right?
Yeah.
That is 3.7% non-white, right?
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
Yeah.
This is about race. I don't care what y'all say.
No,
Y'all
it
can
is.
kick rocks on this bullshit, right?
it is.
Not covering Brett Favre when the DOJ is investigating that level of theft where the governor of the state, former governor of the state of Mississippi might be involved in this, right?
Yeah. No, it had to be some high-level hands involved in this.
Can you explain to the dummies me what actually happened?
No. Let me tell you why I don't explain the dummies no more, okay? Because if you listen to this show, you got a smartphone in your hand. You should
Don't
be
let your
able
phone
to,
be smarter than you.
okay, you should be able to immediately go and see what the hell I'm talking about. But
Well,
I will.
I can't do that right now.
Right.
We want them to watch.
But even without that, don't let your phone be smarter than
No,
you.
let me just say this, right?
All right.
Brett Favre, there's a giant welfare scheme
Yeah.
that has happened in the state of Mississippi in the last several years, right?
Correct.
Bunch of names involved in this. Brett Favre on text messages and other messages out and totally involved in this.
Yeah. Oh, he definitely involved.
And if you, I want you to go look at that. You don't have to look at it now, but Brett Favre is in some shit right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Recently, the Department of Justice came in, bunch of money, millions and millions of dollars on pretty much a welfare scheme.
No,
right?
it was a welfare scheme.
Okay.
Scam.
So I want you to go read about it, right? But in the meantime, before I spend a whole bunch of time telling you that Brett Favre is on some bullshit, I want you to tell you, why am I not watching this every time I turn my TV on? And that's what I'm saying, right? Why am I not watching that this guy who has millions
But do you know what that was involved though?
has stole millions?
But do you know where
allegedly?
he stole it? You know where he redirect? I'm gonna call it redirection.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? You know where he redirected the funds to? To build a football facility
at his
for
daughter's
his daughter's school.
Right.
He stole millions of dollars. He was in cahoots, a part of stealing millions of dollars from the poorest people in Mississippi.
Everybody in Mississippi, for the most part,
It's like it's almost like India. You
Right.
rich or you poor. Like it's no in between.
ain't no in
right?
between at all. Right.
So he was part of a scheme that redirected funds from the welfare, the people that really needed this welfare assistance,
Right.
to build a football facility at his daughter's school.
So when people, and I want y'all to hear me, you can turn this off if you're feeling some kind of way. When people try to tell me that the whole racial conversation, it's not what it used to be, it's worse. Because this should be front page news. This guy amassed millions of dollars playing football. Millions. Like a lot of money. Right now he has commercials. He out here. Listen to me, right? They just got through beating a football player to shreds for the alleged rape or inappropriate activity with a bunch of women, right? Mm-hmm. And they did the right thing about that, right?
But we can keep it on the same level as this, though.
Right.
Because remember, recently, right, the football players the athletes, my fault, who they arrested and indicted for insurance scams.
Right.
For health insurance scams. It was a bunch of them, right?
NBA and yeah.
Yo, that story got way bigger play than this story right here.
So Favre, let me just bring you up to speed real quick on this. Brett Favre was involved in a scam that took public funds to secure a new volleyball facility for the University of Southern Mississippi, where his daughter played, right? And the Mississippi Department of Health and Human Services and its misuse of millions of dollars, this is federal money, right? Is the question here, okay? So the state of Mississippi this year went after them trying to recoup $20 million that was squandered. And so Brett Favre, his attorney, Buddy Holmes, is speaking for him, say he never knew the money came from welfare funds. But you go back to, there's some text messages that just came public.
People to say that,
okay, that's saying that Brett Favre absolutely knew what the hell was going on. So $8 million in public funds allegedly went to Farve and his pet projects, right?
Yeah.
One being the volleyball facility at the University of Southern Mississippi, where his daughter is on the team.
Yeah.
So Brett Favre could write an $8 million check, I think. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty
okay?
sure.
All right?
I'm pretty
but
sure.
he would rather steal money
From the welfare recipients. From the welfare system.
And anybody who's surprised don't know where Brett come from. Brett come from some shit,
Yeah.
right?
I see
He's
you
a
from the trailer
poor
park.
white trailer park
yeah.
fellow who was a gifted athlete.
Correct.
Again, I tell you, my favorite quarterback for a long time, right?
Yeah.
And this is what they do at that level. So when y'all be talking about what we do at that level, they do the same shit. So if you're a little uncomfortable with what I'm saying right now, you'll be all right. But we got to put this in the media. We should be covering this. ESPN. Where's Stephen A? I haven't heard Stephen A mention this yet.
Man, I know don't worry.
I hadn't heard ESPN mention this. Can ESPN mention this? Come
No,
on.
they did cover it.
Okay, did they cover it like it
They
should have
did-
been covered?
They didn't cover it in its entirety to the extent they were supposed to. I think it was like a 15, 20-minute segment.
Right.
But if this was if this was Lamar Jackson, I'm trying to think who's a star black athlete today. If
Again,
this
a
was
bunch of
Lamar
them.
Deshaun Watson.
But
Deshaun,
a bunch of them.
Deshaun, they can't wait to
Listen,
power drive
let
him
me just
some more.
say this. Brett Favre is getting ready to be in a jam, if he's not already in a jam,
he
right?
should be. It's-
But I don't understand why the mainstream media, they're not riding this conversation. This is pretty bad.
No,
this
this
is
is
kind of
bad.
worse than some of the things I've seen some athletes do.
No,
you
this
know,
is up
athlete
there.
on front page for, Tiger Woods was on some dope and got in trouble, and they had that video running for 2 weeks, right? And he was on pills. He took some pills, whatever, pharmaceutical, whatever. But they showed him
But
walking
he's-
around in a damn circle, right?
You gotta be more
Okay.
than bankrupt to do this.
But the point is, you're not a good person if you
Nah.
took $8 million earmarked for poor people
Yeah.
in the poorest state in America
yeah,
and built a gym at a college, and you have enough money in your bank to
write the check.
To write the check yourself.
and still not be hurting.
This
though.
is a problem for me, right? And it's a problem for me when the media and my friends in the media are like, okay, quick story, Brett Favre's in trouble.
Yeah, quick story.
Huh?
Yeah.
But
quick
they're
story.
focused on Nia Long
Yeah.
and these two unmarried people
Yeah,
caught up in some nonsense, right?
Yeah.
Two unmarried people, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, listen, this is very
I mean, it's no
important.
coincidence they black too. They ain't no
This is
coincidence.
very important, right? Brett Favre, if he is found guilty of this, I believe they need to take his Hall of Fame, all his glory away like they do other people.
Nah, I got
because
a real.
this is an egregious.
I got a
this
real
is
question
egregious.
for you.
Go
I got
ahead.
a real question for you. You really think Brett Favre gonna get indicted?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think the state of Mississippi.
Or you think federally?
Yes.
Oh,
I don't,
okay, okay.
I don't think the state of Mississippi.
You think he go to jail?
I don't think the state of Mississippi would ever go after Brett Favre.
No, I can see that. Federally.
But I think
mean
this is-
DOJ. The DOJ
I think the
involved.
DOJ might go
I
after.
can see
it.
that.
But the point is, we got to hold the media accountable for not covering this shit. This is what's going on. Like, really?
Yeah.
Where are Brett Favre sponsors in this? If one of these
Wrangler.
other guys,
Where's Wrangler?
one of these other guys, no, seriously, right? If one of these other guys got in trouble, sponsors like, oh hell,
Oh, they
no.
gonna fall back
We out,
ASAP.
We out
ASAP.
right now. We gone. Where are the people that Brett has done commercials for historically?
Yeah.
No comment. But where's the media going to these people? Say,
But
hey,
Wrangler can't afford to drive him. They can't get nobody to wear them tight ass jeans but him.
that's a good point. I want to go back.
Who
away
else
from
going
that.
to sponsor? They can't drop him.
That's a good point. But I just think, when we look at how things have transpired in professional sports, even to those who have retired,
Yeah.
and they get in trouble, right?
Yeah, we seen it. We seen it.
I'm confused. And many estimates say that Brett is worth $100 million.
Man, Brett can cut
Remember,
$8
his
million.
last few checks was $20 million, wasn't it? The last
Yeah,
the last few checks was $20 million, $19 million, $16 million,
Yeah,
$18 million.
he was getting those on the end of his career when they just really start getting paid like
where
that.
the people at Copperfit, right? Copperfit, why don't you step away from him, right? No, it's not because he's not an active player. He's a
that
Hall of
wouldn't have
Famer.
mattered. That
He's a
wouldn't have
first
mattered.
ballot Hall of Famer, correct? Am I
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He's a
Facts.
first ballot Hall of Famer
Fact.
who this is some shady, you got to understand, right?
Yeah.
Nike and Remington and all of these sponsors, Snapper, all of these sponsors, right? Why don't the media go ask them, what are your thoughts on Brett Favre, who represented
Yeah.
your product for many years, getting ready to be blah, 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 blah. Even the allegation gets people cut. I know some people got cut on the
For less.
allegation.
No, we've seen people get cut
I
for
know
less.
some people got cut on the allegation, right?
We've seen people
Brett
get cut for less.
Favre, he needs to say something. Maybe his lawyer needs to say something. But some of these sponsors like Nike and Snapper
Yeah.
and Copperfit, y'all might want to say something.
But what I mean, actually, this is what the part I'm struggling with because everything you saying is A1. I don't have anything to have a rebuttal for what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
My only question is that one, it's not the same rule book. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like we all understand if this was Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, Julius Erving. I'm talking about retired athletes,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
They will cover it immediately.
But even the
They
health
were-
insurance scandal I was getting talking about.
They were
where
all gone. They were all
They
retired.
all was retired.
Right.
So the retirement has no bearing because you still are affiliated with that organization that's bigger than you.
Absolutely.
Right?
But we're talking about a guy, right, who spoke on the behalf of Remington Rifles, Sears, Prilosec, Sensodyne, right? Go back. He was MasterCard's guy for years, right?
Yeah.
Just like, really? Are you kidding me?
No, there's no way to get out of that point, Don.
And first ballot Hall of Famer,
Yeah.
and a really rich guy. If he was just a white guy with $100 million and he was involved in this allegation, we should be tearing his ass to shreds, right? They picking up people on every corner for PPP right now.
Oh man, they coming to your grandmama house.
If he was just a rich white $100 millionaire that got caught up in a scam like this, we should still be tearing his ass to shreds.
That's a fact,
right?
That's a fact.
Not a guy who did it on behalf of his daughter, right?
For her university.
That he, come on, man.
Not saying, oh yeah, we trying to get better medical facilities. like, I mean, there is no good reason to me that you can tell me you stole from the welfare system, where that system is already broken and the funds already don't get to the people that really need it in the first place.
And we're talking about Mississippi. I think it's important that we continue to say we're talking about Mississippi, right?
Yeah.
Brett is an alumni of the same school, right?
Correct.
Brett's worth $100 million.
Easy.
He was making $10 million in '97.
Yeah, no,
okay?
he was getting paid for a long time.
And my concern is that the people with the microphones find it okay not to send a correspondent or an investigative reporter down to Mississippi.
But you know about that.
Go down to Mississippi and send an investigative reporter, 60 Minutes, somebody, and go deep into this story, man.
They not doing that, B. But it's politics, though. It's politics that it's fun. Come on, Don.
He stole $8 million from a system where our kids are dropping out of Jackson State because they got a water issue, right?
I'm with you.
He stole $8 million from a system where education is ranked 49th. He allegedly stole this money, right?
Yeah.
Or involved in stealing this money.
He was complicit.
From a broke-ass system, right?
Correct.
If you know the numbers in Mississippi, you know Mississippi is overwhelmingly us and poor.
Yeah.
Right?
Fact.
Come on.
Fact.
Can somebody do an in-depth investigation? And if Brett didn't do it, let us find out. Tell us. Show it. Prove it to us, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but we're talking about a guy who's not a broke guy, but is involved in an illicit scheme allegedly to steer. I read text messages, right? Osiris, you're absolutely correct. Mississippi is one of the hardest states in America to even qualify for food stamps, right?
Yeah.
So here's this money earmarked for these people coming through the federal system, and you got these clowns ciphering off the money, texting back and forth, and even text messages that saying the governor of the state was involved. This is a
But
major.
he had to be involved, though.
This is a major American story. Brett Farve also went to the University of Southern Mississippi.
Correct.
So this is a major story. If this is your alma mater, sir, and your daughter went there and you've made 150, 200 million in your career, just write a damn check
That's
yourself.
what normally happens, right? Ain't that what normally happens?
Yeah, if you don't come from that mindset. This dude's sister was a crackhead who went to prison, right? White folk, y'all got some too. And this is what the problem is, right?
No,
Brett Favre comes from the same cloth as these very people that y'all don't like, right?
He was part of the opiate problem before it was considered an epidemic.
Absolutely. Brett Favre was suspended by the National Football League. Might have been 97. For an addiction.
But it was for years, too, though. He was on that for years, though. Well before it even got publicized like that.
But let me just say this, right? Kaepernick took a knee. All right? That's all I'm going to say on that, right? Kaepernick took a knee. Where is he?
Out the league. Been out the league.
The point I'm making is this, right?
Yeah.
Can y'all cover this for me? Can y'all do this for us? Just send somebody out down to Mississippi, spend some money. Don't fly them into Jackson. There's some other places you probably can fly into, but on smaller planes. The fact of the matter is, this is a real conversation.
No, it's definitely.
And why not bring the University of Southern Mississippi in this conversation as well, right? Yeah. They were taking funds. It's public record. That is a state college, right? It is public record to go and look into where the money came from that was committed to that facility. That we can know that. They can tell us that. They can't hide that from us.
That's Freedom
Why
Information
no
Act.
in-depth investigation into this nonsense? Go ahead, Jay.
No, I was just saying that's part of Freedom of Information Act. You can access that information. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Don. This is a heavy one. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I spent 6 weeks in Mississippi and I feel like I stepped back into time.
My concern is this, right? Let's do it. Let's be fair, and I don't see fair right now.
Oh, it's never going to be. It's always going to be.
But I think it has.
You
to
want parity? It is never going to be parity.
I just don't see fair on this one, right?
No.
And I just don't see fair anywhere on this. And I'm telling you, it is very important, right?
Yeah.
That this investigation found a total of $8 million meant for welfare programs that went to Brett Favre causes and causes he championed. Right?
Yeah.
That's proven now, right?
Yeah.
$8 million earmarked for welfare programs went to the rich football players' causes and causes that he championed, right?
Yeah.
I'm concerned by this. I am absolutely concerned by this, that a rich guy with his own money, right, who has the ability to cover his spread,
Yeah.
is engaged or even involved with people that can do this at this level. This is very, very troubling for me. But again, I know who Brett Favre is and where he came from, okay? And this does not surprise me. I think if you know back in '96 when he was banned from the NFL temporarily for alcohol, then he admitted
No, he got a addiction problem. He got a substance abuse problem for a fact. But no, what needs to happen though is that they.
Do you remember in 2010 when Brett Favre got in trouble for
what?
Jen Stinger, sexting Jen Stinger?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, you got to understand.
He was
right?
sending like news and all that, right? All that weird
whatever,
shit.
right? He was weirding out.
No,
right?
he was
weirding out, right?
Yeah, he was wilding.
The point I make is this. Cover the story. Please, can y'all cover the damn story, right?
But it gotta be bigger than cover the story, Don. This is my problem with this.
The people in DC don't have the rest of it.
No. But I keep
hope.
hearing you say cover the story, and I just why I keep asking certain questions because it's way deeper than cover the story. Because if that was Shaniqua that was found guilty or had committed welfare fraud for $500 a month in food stamps, y'all gonna roof her.
Right, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I keep saying, do you think he's gonna go to jail? Right.
You know what?
Because people have gone to jail for way less.
Absolutely. People have gone to jail for taking their kids to school districts.
To get in a better district. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
this is the issue that I really have with this. I don't give a damn about him redirecting funds to an institution to build a facility for his daughter. I don't care. Right. What I care about is what is going to be the ramifications of his actions. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because within us, we go to jail for committing welfare fraud to feed our kids, right? So he's committing this to get a better facility for his daughter to play or practice at. So no, if Shamiko gonna go to jail to feed her kids, he need to go to jail. And I ain't talking about Camp Fed.
But Brett in 2020, if y'all remember, Brett got in trouble for speaking fees.
He's been getting in trouble, Don.
$828,000, and the state auditor said, "Look, you got to pay this back." Right?
Duke been getting in trouble. Why was he on a bench in Atlanta? You know, he got drafted by Atlanta. He was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
He wasn't working out properly. He wasn't practicing properly. That's why he was on the bench.
Right.
That's why he got traded to Green Bay in the first place.
And one of the companies that this money went to, Brett arranged for $2 million to go to, was a startup biotech company that he already had invested in. Come on.
I mean, dude, Ben.
Listen, anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. If you want to talk about it or send us some messages back and forth, feel free to do so. Remember to subscribe and like. We really would appreciate that if you could do that. Also, share. Tell your friends about the show Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Go ahead, man.
No, I'm done with that. We done with that?
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm just saying, no. I mean,
Brett
because
Favre's been a criminal.
no, yeah, that's the
He's
point.
been a criminal.
And it's never been parity within that DOJ. I don't
Been
give
a
a fuck about the
criminal, man.
DOJ. It's
Right.
never been parity
He's
within
been
that
a
system.
criminal, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude don't got away with so. If that was a black athlete that was hooked on painkillers,
He's been a
they
criminal.
gonna roof him.
He's been a criminal.
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
But let's just be clear, right?
I mean, that's a good point, Zenda. Mike Vick got sent to jail for 12 months for doing something that I grew up watching with the police fighting dogs.
Right.
You know, I remember
Absolutely.
standing side by side with the
Right.
police watching dog fights.
Right. You know, how much trouble can you get into is the question, right? And that's my point, right? They arrested Brett's sister in a meth bust. If you see this chick, You was like, damn, she looked like the meth heads live in our neighborhoods, right? He comes from this same
Trailer
mindset, same
park,
element.
man.
And if y'all okay with covering it, then that's cool, but we're not okay with it. And I just want some of you black people with these microphones and these pens and pads, start writing about it. Go deep. This bothers me.
Some of you black people out there with way bigger presence, y'all got to stand on something, man.
No question about
Y'all
it.
got to stand on something.
Yeah, look, listen to me, okay? This is a problem for me. I want to move on to the next conversation. I think we need to know, but in my mind, Brett Favre is a criminal, right? And this is a guy I enjoy watching for a long time. For those who know me know I like the Packers. But I can tell you right now, this guy is a criminal, man. Okay, he's a criminal. Go look at all the shit he's gotten away with, man. How much shit can you get away with,
I mean,
right?
got caught with. We ain't talking about you did it and don't nobody know about it.
He's a criminal,
much
man.
you done got
How
caught,
much
though?
shit in the last 2 years? All right, you wasn't paying your money. You took the money for the speaking fees, right?
Yeah.
You was on Vicodin and alcohol, right?
For years.
You come from ridiculous ass behavior, just like I come from and Jay comes from. Put this asshole on the carpet too, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everybody. Now let's get back to another asshole, because I think this might be some assholism right here too. Many people are talking about a conversation that this is the last time you're going to hear me talk about it. Okay, wonderful actress. She ain't no wonderful actress. Anyway, she's an actress, right? And she's a.
I mean, she's done her thing though. We're not going to do that.
She's a decent actress.
We're not going.
Yeah, she's a decent actress. She's
done her
really a
thing.
good actress, right?
She's done her
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Okay. I just can't remember anything she was in. Okay. Maybe that's the
She was in
drinking.
Friday.
Oh, that's what I remember.
Remember?
Okay, right. 37 years
Was she
ago.
in Love Jones or something like that?
I don't remember. I've never
Oh,
seen that.
come
But
on,
the
they have
po-
been in a lot of movies.
No,
We're not going to do
no,
that.
a lot of movies for the diaspora. Okay, let's be clear, because I don't remember none
So
of them.
Nia
Okay?
Long was in Big Mama's house.
Oh wow, that was
Friday.
amazing. That was amazing.
Are
Friday
we
was
there
amazing.
yet?
Wow,
The
that was
Best
amazing.
Man.
That was amazing.
Love Jones.
Wow.
Boys in the Hood.
Great.
Don't forget about the classic Big Mama's House 2.
Yeah, that
the
was a
Best
classic.
Man.
Uh-huh.
The Banker.
Right.
Made in America. 47 meters down.
Yeah, I remember that.
You want me to keep going?
No.
Man, Nia done her thing though. We're not going to do that.
She's been a very busy actress for a long time.
yes.
And I
She's in all
applaud
the
her.
hood classics.
I applaud what?
She's in all the hood classics.
I applaud that, okay? With that being said, I think she's gorgeous. I think she's a beautiful woman, and especially for her age, she looks amazing. She's never been in any mess, right? And now she meets this guy years ago, and I guess they had a child, and now he's a head coach, and he had a great rookie year as a head coach. They went to the finals, and he gets caught in a scandal, trying to mess with somebody's wife or messing with somebody's wife. And Nia came to the microphone and said, on behalf of all the black women, I'm done with this asshole, right?
Yeah.
And this is what I'm concerned about, right?
Yeah.
Why? Why is she still there, right? You're not married to him. If you're married, it changes the game. If you're married, it changes the game.
It do.
You just got embarrassed, right?
Yeah.
You just got embarrassed, and the story is coming out every day that's saying that the lady that he was knocking off was dealing with her every day almost, right?
But
So-
no. They went too far. That's exaggerated.
But
That was exaggerated.
no. She knew the lady,
She knew the lady.
and
That's
they
a
have been
fact.
helping.
That
She's
part's
been
a fact.
helping her relocate.
And she helped her with the travel
Okay,
plans
let
on
me
the
explain
road and
something
all
to you.
that.
That's a lot.
No, I'm not saying it
That's a
like that,
lot,
Don.
right?
I'm not saying it's not like she the day-to-day personal assistant or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
She not that.
But let me just ask this question, right? And let's do this the right way. If you are a HR professional out there and you want to give us some advice, right? You are, and that's why you're here. Can we know her name? Because everybody else's name been drug in the mud. Okay, can we know her name?
You know what?
Can we know this jump
no,
off's
listen,
name?
listen. I had a
Or
conversation.
is it inappropriate or is it inappropriate for me to call her a jump off?
She got it when she fit in. You can't listen. I had a conversation like this about this yesterday, right? I got a call and I got asked, why isn't that she has been put publicly, but he has, right?
Right.
So you
You
know,
putting on your HR hat?
no, I'm putting on my fraternization hat,
Okay.
right? I don't sat through hours of training. I don't conduct in hours of training, right? Mm-hmm. The senior member always is held accountable the most.
Right. Absolutely.
Right?
Right.
Because when you the senior member and you messing with somebody that you shouldn't be messing with, you fracture the integrity of that chain of command, right? So whether it's man or woman, the emphasis is always going to be put on the senior person, right? And then you got to look at it like this. I don't have no sympathy for this dude, right?
Right.
This dude is in Boston. Do I need to say more?
But go ahead.
No, but he's in Boston, and you decide that you want to be in Boston and fuck around in Boston like they really like black people.
First of all, let me just say this, and on behalf of all my friends who come from that region,
They know the truth.
he's not one of us.
No, I'm not. I don't even care about that. I'm
No,
talking
and
about
I say one of us, I mean a grown ass. Look, there's something. Look, I'm not saying men don't mess around. Okay, I too, as a single man, probably was a serious ass cheater. I cheated as a single guy. I'm not even gonna bullshit you. I cheated, and most guys won't tell you that. As when I was single, I
But you
struggled.
single is not cheating.
But right, you follow me? You follow me? That's where I'm going. Was he cheating? Was he cheating on a? I think that whole fiance curveball.
That's what added. No. First it was married. First it was they was married.
Okay,
Then it went down to fiance.
Okay, that whole fiance curveball is what makes cheating the problem.
Correct.
Okay, because
Correct.
as a single guy, I cheated. I'm not even gonna lie, I cheated, and
Don, that's not cheating.
it's not
You
cheating.
was running around.
Right. We got a call.
No, they hung up.
Okay, but let me just say this though, right? Why is this a story?
Because he's black in Boston. What are you talking about?
Okay, and
He's
why?
black in Boston.
Why is she still there?
That sounds like a good Nia Long movie.
They can't fire
Black
her.
in Boston, right? Yeah, low budget, pretty
They-
short.
they-
Shoot it with
oh,
an
God.
iPhone.
Hey, we're not going to do that to Nia,
Shoot
dog.
it with-
We're
shoot
not.
it with an
We're not.
iPhone.
We're not going to play with Nia's name like that.
We ain't playing with her name.
We're not going to do that.
Let me just say this, right? If you are a lady out there right now listening to this show, right, and this happened to you, and your name was all over the media, squandered, your high-profile fiance cheated on you after moving you to a city way away from where you're comfortable, and now how would you handle it? Would you leave him? Would you stay with him? Would you work through it? Because this is my concern.
You don't think
right?
it's a catch-22?
Okay. This is my concern. There's no even. This is blatant, right? Look, guys do what guys. Men do what we do, but women cheat too. But listen, getting caught
But
cheating.
the headline not going to be the same.
Getting caught cheating is different
For as a man.
as a man.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
But getting caught cheating and embarrassing your lady
It's totally different.
is another level.
Yeah, that's totally different.
Getting caught cheating and not being married
That's still different.
is different.
That's
right?
still different.
Getting caught cheating and married with a child
It's totally
or
different.
family
It's totally
puts you
different.
in a different conversation, right?
Correct. Now
It
you a
be-
piece of shit category.
right? But it behooves you to figure that out.
Correct.
There's no need to figure this out. Nia, leave.
You got a call?
Nia should leave right now. Nia, leave. And there's some great. I'm gonna tell you this one.
Hey, yo, answer the call.
Go to the phone lines. Hey, you're on the Don Miller Show. What's your name?
Something
Hey,
wrong with
can
your
you
phone.
turn your phone down? Turn your volume down.
Oh,
Turn your volume down.
can you hear me?
Yeah, if you
Yes.
turn your volume down on the radio, wherever you're listening.
Yeah.
Okay, how you doing?
Okay, I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good. What's up?
Okay, first of all, the young man said it best. We're in Boston. That's the problem. A,
Okay.
right? That's why they let him go. Well, that's why they suspended him.
Mhm.
Two, I'm with the mindset of how come she's not being exposed? And I understand this HR and he was higher up. But the bottom line is, if he's getting drugged through the mail through social media, she should too.
That's
Why
not
are they
going to
protecting
happen.
her? Because she's a senior executive's wife.
Nah, because she's going to be
And
viewed
she
as
gets
a
to keep her
victim.
job.
But you got.
Senior executive's wife.
No, you
Yeah.
guys are, no. You guys are forgetting something. How is she a victim when it
No,
was
I'm telling you.
consensual?
No. I'm tracking what you're saying. I'm totally tracking what you're saying. I'm saying the way it's going to be perceived in this scenario, because he's a senior man, it's going to look like he took advantage of her with his position, so she's going to be perceived as the victim. I'm telling you how it
Absolutely,
go.
absolutely.
I'm telling you how it go. I understand your question is very legitimate, but I'm gonna tell you in the guise of
You
the
know,
people, that's the way it's
this
going to
is-
be perceived.
No. And this is the problem I have as a woman. As women, we cannot say it's okay and then turn around and cry, I didn't want this. That's not okay.
No, I'm with
They
you.
do it
That is
all
a
the
horrible
time.
thing.
But I'm with you
They do it all the
110%.
And I
time.
think, and as a woman, I think it is horrible.
That's true.
Because
I'm correct.
You can't be playing with the fire, and then when everything starts to burn,
You
wanna
can't play
holler,
both
I
sides.
didn't want it. Yeah, you did.
You can't play
Yeah,
both
and yeah,
sides.
You did want it.
I'm with you. You
Absolutely.
can't play both
And yeah,
sides.
you did want it.
I'm so glad you called
Yeah,
in and said that
yeah.
because I couldn't have said that.
No,
They
we
be like,
can't.
Don
We
Miller is
can't.
terrible.
We can't say that because we're gonna look misogynist as hell if we say that.
Thank you so much, caller.
No, that's true.
Thank you so
And
much.
Let me just say this.
Go ahead.
Nina, she should go. Mia should leave.
Mm-hmm.
She should leave.
Yeah, thank you
She
so
should
much.
leave.
Yeah,
Amen.
I think. Thank you. I think Nia should leave. Right. I think this could be great for Nia's career because
Don, but
she
come on.
could make every strong woman movie. Like she can go right out. Her next
Yeah.
movie could be Black in Boston with a Nigerian.
Yeah,
You know what I
but
mean?
Don, listen. You
Like-
run around and talk about how you was immersed in that environment for years.
Okay.
Right? Right or wrong, you got to
Hold on. LaTanya just said Nia should do
what's best for her.
best for Nia. Okay.
Yeah. So listen. So you say often how you was immersed in that environment for years.
Absolutely.
You understand the
Right,
dynamics
right,
of it.
absolutely, right.
So for you to sit here and say this is crazy to me because you understand the variables and it's not that simple in that environment.
Okay. Now watch this. And we
Am
may,
I got a point on that?
100%. But so I didn't want to go down this road
No, go down this road.
because
what we
I
here
was
for?
in that environment for 20 years.
No, that's what we here for. Go down that road.
Now, let me just say this. First of all, that relationship to me
It's
was
fugazi.
immersed in that environment for 20 years.
Yeah.
It's some bullshit anyway.
Yeah. I'm with
I
you.
don't know what the hell that was really about.
Because me ain't getting those acting jobs
Okay,
right now.
I don't know what that was really about, but I can tell you this, right? It is really difficult for a single black man to be a head coach,
without that arm piece.
okay, in the National
Correct.
Basketball Association,
Correct.
right? You go look, okay?
I can't think of one that's single.
Go look, okay?
It's surprised that Mark Cuban is single.
Okay,
He's the owner.
right? Go
We gonna
look,
keep it a
okay?
stack.
Let's go look, right?
Yeah.
So she helped him, and he probably
Helped her.
helped her.
Correct.
Okay. They have a child,
Mm-hmm.
which is great. It's beautiful. But even at that, there's still no commitment to move toward matrimony. So raising a child together, it's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to be over here, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to be over here. And one of our callers just said they have an open relationship. He embarrassed her, though. I heard that there was a pregnancy, abortion tied to this. Can I tell you something? SB, let me just say something. This is way deeper than what, this is about, right? There's so much more. And you just hit an interesting point, but I'm telling you that this was some bullshit anyway, okay? And this dude is not
What they say is.
absolute.
Yeah, no.
Okay?
That's simple mathematics, though.
Because, look, this is bigger than cheating.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
The Boston Celtics should fire him.
Yeah. No.
me
I think
tell
it's
you
a
why.
segue to that, though.
Okay?
I think.
I'm going to tell you why they should fire him,
Yeah.
right? I know basketball players, as you know, Jay. I know guys all in the league today.
Yeah.
They didn't know until they found out on social media.
Correct.
His team.
Correct.
His guys.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Come on, y'all got to do better than this. How can this guy?
Yeah.
See, I look. I've known some great coaches, Don Nelson and Phil Jackson. These were grown ass white men. Some of my black coach buddies. I'm telling you, they appeared a certain way in front of these players. I
Yeah.
promise
No,
you.
no. No,
Okay?
we already with the-
I promise you, because
we
it's
are with the
more to
facade.
coaching
We
these young
understand the
guys.
facade.
It's more to coaching these young guys, right?
Yeah.
Than just saying X and O and pick up your dribble, right?
Yeah. Correct.
They want to present, especially
The
for the
imagery.
black boys,
The imagery.
a man
Correct.
who goes home
It's
to
all
his
imagery.
wife.
Correct.
Right? Let's be clear, man.
Correct.
You know, one of my good friends is Julius Irving, Dr. J. I love JW, man. That's my boy, right? He's been on my show on multiple occasions, right? He's a grown-ass man, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just saying there's a way you do it.
But he handled his business in the
Dominique
matter.
Wilkins, my good friend who works for the Atlanta Hawks. He's a great guy, right? There's a way you can't put this guy in front of these young guys anymore.
Yeah.
How do you put this guy in front of a 19-year-old rookie, and they're getting younger, an
Yeah.
18-year-old rookie?
Yeah.
He's got to do more than coach these kids. They're on
Correct.
the road a bunch, right? They got to look to him as a responsible black male adult coach. There's not that many in the league. Go look, right?
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
I think he
We
needs.
got a lot of assistants. We ain't got a lot of head coaches.
I think
we got
he.
a lot of
I
assistants.
think he needs to go, take some time away, and then come back and have a story to tell these young folk what the hell you should not do.
Man, he about to get his boot smoked down. You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about this early before I came here, right? Mm-hmm. You know what this remind me of? Mm-hmm. You know how when I'm sorry, y'all. I always got a hood analogy because that's what I know the best in life, right? Mm-hmm. So you know how when you outside, right, and you do something and they want to lock you up, but they ain't got enough evidence to lock you up for what they want to lock you up for? Mm-hmm. So they try to find a trivial thing just to hold you while they build their case, right? Mm-hmm. I think that's what's going on with him right now. I think he got the year suspension while they still doing their due diligence to building their case. And right at the time that the season's ending or training camp, whatever about to start, they're going to fire him ultimately because they're going to have all their facts in order and it's going to stand up against the union.
Look. This is really important, right?
But I think he going though. I do think he going.
I guarantee you, right? Watch this, guys. Every young player on that team.
They looking at him, but they
Was in awe.
Some of them didn't like him though. That's not true.
I know.
He had friction with some of them.
He had friction with two of them. One of them, from what I understand, had something to do with this.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
But every kid on that team, guys, listen to me, guys, was amazed by what lady was. You follow
Yeah, they
me?
starstruck.
Right, okay?
Because they brought up watching Boys in the Hood and all that.
And when you go look at the history of black coaches in the NBA, like Bill Russell, Tyrone Lue,
Avery Johnson.
Mike Brown, Avery Johnson,
Yeah.
Bernie Bickerstaff, Elgin Baylor, Al Adams. These are grown-ass Randy Ayers. These are grown-ass men.
Gentry, Alvin Gentry.
Butch Carter. These are grown-ass men who came to work and represented themselves a certain way, right? Mo Cheeks, my friend. These were grown-ass men, and they talked. Tyrone Corbin, my buddy for life, right?
Yeah.
They came to these jobs as head coaches, and one of the most important, Tyrone Cornbread is what I used to call him. Tyrone coached for many years, Utah and Sacramento for many years. He coached in the league, right? And it was more to coaching these young black men, right?
Yeah, that's a fact.
These young white boys that are made to the league, most of them got daddies, right?
Yeah.
They-
Osiris,
okay?
1 second, Don. I'm going to get to your point in a minute, Osiris.
Go ahead, O.
Oh, no, because Osiris made a point, said that he believed this is CYCA by Boston, and it is.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Because what you got to understand, when this gets on this scale, this young lady, whoever she is, she could present a case against Boston for a haphazardous work environment. Right? And get paid for it.
Right.
Even though it started off as a consensual relationship, I think it was Jalen Rose who was bucking against this at first.
Right.
Then when he got the inside information, he said it's 100 times worse than was being presented.
Absolutely, right.
So my understanding turned into some stalking stuff, some threatening stuff, or whatever. Even though it started off as consensual, it turned into a hostile work environment.
Listen,
that can lead to a lawsuit.
I've known some
from Boston.
I've known some guys who've coached in the NBA, and most of these guys I've known who have been head coaches have all been married men. Okay?
Typically, yeah. That's normally the pre-qualified.
Frank Johnson, Irvin Johnson, Casey
Correct.
Jones, all these guys,
Correct.
Eddie Jordan, all these
Correct.
guys were married men who not only coached these young guys, but they pulled them aside and they talked to them
About life.
about being a man, right?
Correct, about life.
He can't do that anymore.
No, I don't see how he can go full and be the
can't do
cost
that
of ball.
anymore. He can't do that
I'm
anymore.
telling you, I think he coached his last. Whenever he got smoked in the finals,
Yeah, he can't
that
do
was his
that.
last game coaching in Boston.
Right, he can't do that.
Because you cannot go back into that locker room after this.
What you gonna say?
You can't say nothing.
First of all, you just got called.
and they getting paid more than him, so that's already a problem. No, I'm keeping it a buck.
Yeah, you just got caught slipping, and your ladies
At
knee
the
along.
highest level.
And your ladies knee along,
yeah.
right? And not slip. See, I always say if you slip up. Okay.
What?
Hey, we got a phone call.
No,
Okay.
if you slip, you definitely got to slip up.
Okay, let me just say this, right? I just think I know it's hard because everybody got a different opinion of this, right? But as a man who's cheated, right? As a man who's cheated, right? I'm gonna tell you right now, when I was a single guy, they're single, right? They're single.
Yeah.
Okay? This is not what we think it is. And what happened in this setup that they have had, right?
Yeah.
Call it open or whatever you call it. He violated the agreement.
But I think even
Go
with
back to that, Phil.
I think-
he violated the agreement.
Yeah, I think even with the open part, there's still got to be some levels of just parameters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you get to stalking a chick, though,
But think
You,
about
you
this.
in the bushes?
Chantel just said, of course, Nia should leave. He's never going to marry her. But Nia already said a long time ago
That she don't want to be married.
that she didn't want to be married.
Yeah, she
right?
said that. She put that out
So
herself.
this is a perfect scenario. You got to know, girls. Look, even if you're in an open relationship, ladies, I don't mean to call y'all girls.
It's
right?
still a protocol though.
Even if you're in an open relationship, do me a favor. Understand the guidelines.
Yeah.
And the parameters,
It's definitely
right?
parameters.
He embarrassed her. But she need to run to the microphone.
And they running this story in the hole.
She need to. We talking about it right now.
No, I'm just saying. I'm talking about the Brett Favre comparison.
Absolutely right. She need to run. Oh, good. She need to run to the microphone and tell these ladies something, Neil. A lot of women who respect you, respect your body of work, respect the way you've carried yourself historically, as what they've been calling these queens. You know what I mean?
What's Nia going to say though? We got to keep it a buck. What is she going to say,
come
bro?
on, man.
What is Nia going to say?
Nia could take her.
If she hasn't publicly come out and say, "Fuck, dude," I'm keeping it a buck.
Right.
If she hasn't come out anything less than "fuck, dude" publicly, what else is she going to say? Because she can't say, "Oh, we go through trials and tribulations like any other relationship." She can't do that one.
Why not?
On this scale?
Okay.
When she's been embarrassed and humiliated on this scale, when obviously Nia Pussy ain't like that because he's stalking this shit.
You know what? Quetta Jean Johnson. Quetta Jean Johnson from the Johnson family of ridiculous behavior said some heavy shit to me today, right? Quetta Jean Johnson said a guy told her one time, and I remember Mr. Wanzo at the barbershop said this when I was a child.
Yeah.
He said, guys don't leave good coochie, right?
That's
good
when
coochie leaves guys.
Yo, listen.
You follow me?
If I ain't never been in the bushes a day in my life.
I've been in the bushes.
I ain't never been in the
I've been
bushes.
in the bushes. I've been in the bushes.
Son was in the bushes.
I've been in the bushes.
He
Bro.
was laying down like a sniper, waiting for it to come outside.
Let me just say this. I've been in the bushes, and I want y'all to pray for me that I never get back to that. But this guy's a problem, man. And I want to say to the ownership of the Boston Celtics, I think there may be, he embarrassed her, right?
Oh, he definitely humiliated
and
on the highest
Osiris,
level.
I agree with you. He lacked competence in his moves, but I don't think he cared, right? Osiris, the word that you taught me in the last 6 years as my friend, and he's an and, right? And the point is, right? We got to be careful when we support this kind of nonsense, right? Dude needs to go. And if the Boston Celtics want to,
need counseling.
If the Boston, no, counseling ain't gonna help.
I'm just
this cat.
saying, no, I'm talking about counseling to get rid of that, to get over
Right.
that coochie that he was.
I tell
fuck
you
up
what
his
else he
life
ain't got.
for.
You know what he ain't got in his life? He ain't got a real black man in his life that he could go to and say, "Dude, I'm going through something," right?
Yeah.
Because again, right?
Yeah.
I can't support this. I don't. I can't support it. I just wish she would come out and tell some women. There are a lot of women. Women are asking me, Don, what do you think? Look, I'm telling you right now, she needs to leave, have a press conference, right, and just say, look, ladies, you have to stand for something, right?
Yeah.
You got to stand for something. You got to, as much as you want to leave, it may be hard, ladies, but because guess what he's going to do, Jay? He going to cheat again. He going to cheat again, Jay.
No, I
Something's
understand.
wrong. If you get caught cheating, right,
yeah.
and you know what you have on the line, what's he making, 9, 7, 8,
You make it enough.
right?
Whatever it is
Million
enough.
a year.
It's enough, whatever it is.
And they say, look, dude, this is what we're getting ready to do. First thing you do, guys, man rule number 3,
Yeah.
you got to put your lady on. You got to call your lady. Say, babe, I'm sending a jet to get you. We got to talk. And you got to.
we got to go to an island when we ain't got no
You
type
got to
of
take
cell
her
phone
somewhere.
signal.
You got to take your lady somewhere.
Yeah.
And say, I don't want ever for you to be ambushed
Yeah.
by the media.
Yeah.
Babe, I got caught up in some nonsense.
Yeah.
You on the West Coast.
That would be
I'm
the
on the
G
East
thing
Coast.
to do. You really think he did that though?
No,
okay.
You're on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. I slipped up. I love you. I want to be with you. Let's cut this bullshit engagement shit and let's run and get married. We can go to the courthouse and announce it later.
Nah, stop. Cut it. Nah, you don't stop this foolishness, boy. We are
I'm
not
just saying,
doing
right?
this. We are not doing this.
Think about what I'm saying, right?
We ain't doing
He
this.
got caught in July. He moved that lady all the way to Boston without telling her, right?
Yeah.
That's a man rule violation right there, right? So
Yeah, that's
my
a
thing
big
is,
fact.
I don't respect him just for that. Dude, if you get, what do we always say when you get caught? What you do? Take the
You
L,
fall
man.
on the sword.
Yeah, man. Well,
You
who?
take what come with it.
Come on, man. You fly that lady up, send a private jet to get her, fly to an island and say, look, I messed up bad. I'm going to let you make the
you
decision,
send the
but we're
PJ
going to do it privately. And, you know, if I have to resign from my job to keep you, I will resign. They would have kept it quiet, okay?
Listen.
And I'll get another coaching job, but I need my woman more than I need a coaching job, okay?
Don, you send the PJ, you have edible arrangements, fucking, what's that called? Cater, the PJ, right?
The point is, right?
But
Listen.
I mean, listen.
Dude, listen.
If they had an open relationship, I don't want to jump to
Oh,
speculation
really? What's
because
an open relationship?
no, and I'm just saying. Listen, I don't want to jump to speculation because I don't really like that because you kind of take the onus off the party that's guilty,
Right.
And you try to put it off with somebody like. So, for instance, right, and you know, women, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna shoot at y'all. Y'all know I'm not telling. Y'all know I'm not lying, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
When a dude get caught cheating, he's not shit, right?
Right.
When a female get caught cheating, it's what did he do, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just the truth, right?
Right.
And I don't really like that, right? Because if somebody gets caught doing something, don't try to deflect that and put it off on somebody else like they played a part in that person doing something wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest thing, the biggest problems that people have when they're not accustomed to certain things is when they get in a position they don't know how to handle it because they're not accustomed,
Right.
right? So I think that was a classic case of him.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't accustomed to being able to walk in some place and choose who he wanted to sleep with, right? So it was new, so he didn't know how to handle it. And then whoever he was with put that fever on him,
Mm-hmm.
and he lost his mind.
Phil, but again,
I gotta get this stuff out of here.
oh, okay, all right. But let me just say this. Listen, next Tuesday, right? Get this. Next Tuesday, right? Next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, right here on YouTube, The Don Miller Show. Tell your friends, subscribe and like. You got to check this out because I wanted to come in here tonight to have this conversation. This dude's, ladies, this is a creep. He's a creep. I encourage this lady to get away from this guy, but I think she could be really instrumental in changing the mindset of some young women, especially
could.
young black
She
women,
could.
by coming to the microphone
could.
and putting out how she's going to handle this. Even if she stays, come and say, look, I'm going to stay.
So let me ask you a
Okay.
question. Beyonce stayed for a
Right.
dude that had way more people, right? Way more embarrassment too because he's more famous.
Right. Beyonce.
So why the hell is Nia gonna leave this dude? I'm gonna keep it a buck.
But
Come on, bro. We gotta look at it. We gotta call a spade a spade. We gotta call a spade a spade.
Right.
Beyonce was embarrassed on the highest level because of who her husband is and who she is.
right.
Nia Long and this Udoka, whatever his name is, ain't
Right.
even close to that.
But before we get out of here, I just want to say this to all the ladies, right? Know who the guy is. Know
No,
who
that's
he
the
is.
biggest part.
Know who he is.
That's the biggest
you
part.
know, he might be good, tall, dark, and handsome. You know,
He don't air
know,
whipped you.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Just know who he is, and I just felt bad for this young lady being embarrassed. I had never really heard a lot about her, but I've watched all of the nostalgic Nia Long movies in the last week just to get a feel for who she was.
No, you
right?
haven't. You ain't know her
I'm
movies.
telling
You
total
telling
lies. Right? But again, women, I know y'all don't want to hear this, right? You can't turn a trick into a treat.
That's a fact.
You know, this guy.
And you can't date a dude that ain't used to being around that level of attention.
This guy, right? This guy makes a lot of money. He's got a lot of power in that
A lot of
box,
influence,
right?
a lot of
influence. And he does this, right? I'm sorry, dude. I don't know who you are, my friend, but
If he dies, he dies.
if he dies, he dies. If he dies, he dies. Thank you so
Real
much,
Rapper
everybody.
Kane, YouTube.
Real Robert Kane.
Don Miller Show.
Oh, man. Love you, boy. Always good, man. Hey, please continue to follow us, subscribe and like, tell your friends. You can go back and watch the show. So tell your friends. You can go back and watch the show.
The replay value is high, too.
Absolutely.
I see it.
Absolutely. So subscribe and like The Don Miller Show. Follow Real Rob Kane on YouTube. Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, The Don Miller Show Radio. If you're listening Central Florida.
Pre-hurricane show
Hurry
we
up,
just
hurry
did.
up, hurry up. Pre-hurricane show. Get your drinks. Cover up. I'll see you in a minute.